Breakfast Club, bitches.
Who's Donkey of the Day today?
Well, Ed Sheeran, Donkey of the Day for Monday, January 31st goes to two nurses from Long Island, okay? 49-year-old Julie Duvono, I think I'm pronouncing that right, and 44-year-old Marissa Guerrero. I think I'm pronouncing that right, probably not. They are each charged with one count of forgery in the second degree. See, during this pandemic, there have been all types of scammers taking advantage, okay? Taking advantage of the PPP loans, the SBA loans, the unemployment. I mean, folks got rich off of COVID. You hear me? Okay, a lot of them, though, their reign on the top was shorter than leprechauns because a bunch of those folks ended up in PPP prison. But what we didn't discuss enough was the doctors and nurses who was getting to the bag as well. See, I'm not judging. Okay, I'm just the equal opportunity donkey of the day distributor. And see, these two nurses, Julie Duvono and Marissa Guerrero, they hit a big lick. All right, these two people were doing something that benefited many. All right, they were part of the solution for a lot of folks, but the reality is they really contributed to the problem. Would you like to know what these two nurses' hustle was? Let's go to News 12 for the report, please.
Some people want fake COVID-19 vaccine cards. Others want to take it a step further and have legitimate vaccine lot numbers registered with the state. Prosecutors say you could get both by paying hundreds of dollars to these two women, the owner and an employee of Wild Child Pediatric Healthcare in Amityville.
Big bosses.
Investigators with the Suffolk DA's office have now arrested owner Julie Duvono and employee Marissa Guerrero. Prosecutors say this ledger seized as evidence shows the women profited $1.5 million in 3 months. They were allegedly charging $85 to $220 per entry into the state database.
What?
Investigators say they found $900,000 in cash in Duvono's home. She's accused of using her credentials to enter the information. Now, some people who work at nearby businesses say this was the worst kept secret in Amityville and that they first got suspicious because there were a lot of adults hanging out in this back parking lot. Again, this is a pediatric center.
Some of y'all been selling drugs for years and ain't never got no lick like that. All right. Fake vaccination cards, $220 a pop for adults, $85 per child. Woo! And you wonder why this country never truly flattened the curve. All right. Special Agent Scott Lambert said it best. Forging COVID-19 vaccination cards and entering false information into the New York State database used to track vaccination records puts the health and well-being of others at risk and undermines efforts to slow the spread of the COVID virus. All of that is true, but damn it, these cards were official. Okay, I know quite a few people who had these fake vaccination cards. They boasted of it proudly. All right, someone tells me they got a fake vax card. My response always was, you going to jail. Their response, I got it from a doctor. All right, nothing else I could say after that other than, well, connect me with him or her. All right. For those like me who did not want the shot early on, we were looking for other alternatives. Okay, and fake vaccination cards from doctors was something we looked into. These fake vaccination cards worked, all right, kept a lot of people employed. A lot of folks were able to travel, but the fake vax card doesn't protect you from COVID. That's the stat I want. How many people with fake vaccination cards actually caught COVID? How many folks with fake vaccination cards actually spread COVID? How many people died because they came into contact with someone with a fake vaccination card, all right, that might have passed the vid on to them because of nurses and doctors like Julie and Marissa? Y'all contributed to all of the sickness, all of that death. Now, is there something wrong with me that I feel like I want to give them a slight applause for their entrepreneurial efforts? Just a little, right? Just a little. Huh? Stop. That's all. I mean, when they searched Julie Duvono's house, they found $900,000 in cash. $900,000 in cash and a ledger documenting profits from the scheme in excess of $1.5 million.
A ledger?
Why would they keep a ledger?
Why would they write it all down?
Exactly. This could make a great film. All right, maybe a short film, but a great film nonetheless. I mean, this literally could be like Set It Off meets New Jack City. There is so many layers. Julie Duvono's husband is a New York Police Department officer who is being investigated by the department's Internal Affairs Bureau in terms of his possible involvement in his wife's alleged scheme. Oh, this is bigger than Nino Brown, okay? By the way, if there's $900,000 cash in the crib, that's hard to hide. You had to know your wife was up to something, all right? Now, question, just a month ago, I think it was just about a month ago, right? Mm-hmm. New York Governor Kathy Hochul, is that how you pronounce her last name? She signed a bill into law criminalizing fake COVID-19 vaccination cards. So my question, was everything they were doing up until a month ago legal? Unethical, yes, but was it legal? Just asking. I want to know. We really need to discuss this because, here's the thing. If a year before COVID, you was considered essential, right? Then the next year they telling you, y'all gonna get fired because y'all didn't get the shot. You gonna throw a middle finger to the system and get this money.
Say it again. Say it again. Those nurses, those pediatrics, they were working. You're about to fire them when they were the only ones out there.
I'm not
Talk
justifying
that talk.
any of this. I'm just seeing it from all sides.
Okay.
Okay, that
I'm
could
listening.
be the plot of the movie. All right. Now the reason they're getting donkey today is how I believe they got caught. Just play the last part of that news clip, please. Right. Play the last part.
Now, some people who work at nearby businesses say this was the worst kept secret in Amityville and that they first got suspicious because there were a lot of adults hanging out in this back parking lot. Again, this is a pediatric center.
You got a bunch of grown-ass adults standing outside the pediatric office in the back lot with no kids? What the hell all these adults loitering for? All right, standing outside the pediatric office in the back lot like a pedophile plotting on kids that coming out the office. Of course somebody gonna snitch. All right? If you see something, say something, and somebody definitely said something in regards to Julie Duvernay and Marissa Urero selling fake vaccination cards. Please give them both the sweet sounds of the Hamiltons.
You are the donkey of the day. You are the donkey of the day.
All right. Well, since Envy wants to play a game, I think it's time to play a game of Guess What Race It Is! 49-year-old Julie Duvernay and 44-year-old Marissa Urero, both of Long Island, two nurses who made $1.5 million off of fake vaccination cards and got charged with one count of forgery in the second degree. Guess what race it is! DJ Envy?
White.
Tell me why you answered that with no hesitation.
Because black people ain't keeping no ledger. White people are keeping ledger.
Wow.
They
You
not gonna
are
keep a ledger.
disrespectful to black people.
On illegal business,
Wow.
you're not gonna keep no damn ledger. That's like you're a drug dealer. You write down who you selling crack to. Does that make sense to you?
There's a movie about this. Hold on.
There's a movie about
Yeah, no, there's somebody who was keeping a ledger of all their illegal drug activity.
What's his name? Frank Lucas? What was his name?
Was it Frank Lucas?
Was it Frank Lucas?
I don't remember who it
Damn,
was.
I guess.
Anyway, 49-year-old Julie Duvernay and 44-year-old Marissa Urero of Long Island, two nurses who made a $1.5 million off fake vaccination cards and only got one count of forgery in the second degree. Angela Yee, guess what race she is?
I'll say white because of the charges.
This does sound a little light, right? $1.5 million and all you got hit with is one count of forgery in the second degree. Where's the money laundering and the tax evasion and all the other stuff? Or maybe that's coming later. I don't know. Well, guess what, DJ Envy?
Yes.
Guess what, Angela Yee? You both are correct.
Yes!
Julie and
I knew
Marissa
it!
are Caucasian!
Now let's open up
as
the
far
phone
as I can
lines.
tell.
Let's open up the phone lines. 800-585-1051. Should they go to jail? That's just the question.
Man, what kind of
should
question
they go
is
to
that?
jail? Like you said earlier, I'm looking it up right now. Pediatric, the base salary average is $61,000 a year. The state was about to throw them away because they didn't take their vaccination.
I'm not making no
and they were
excuses for
working
them,
hard.
but I can see how, a year prior you was considered essential. The next year they telling you either get the vaccine, you got to go, you're not essential no more. I can see how you could say F the system and turn to a life of crime. These are how supervillains are made. I've watched The Incredibles.
All right.
Okay?
800-585-1051. Let's talk about it. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Donkey Today is brought to you by the law office of Michael S. Lamonsoff. Don't be a donkey. Dial pound 250 on your cell and say the bull if you've been hurt in a construction accident. That's pound 250 from your cell and say the bull.